Hi guys, welcome back to our channel.
Or if you're new, hi, welcome. My name is Claudia.
And I'm Amy.
And if you like watching videos about makeup, fashion, and food, then please subscribe and keep on watching.
And today's video, we're going to be talking about the Armani collection and some of their new products. And we have a special guest. Her name's Tawnya. Can you tell us a little bit about yourself?
Yeah, so my name is Tawnya, and I'm the Sales and Education Specialist for Giorgio Armani Beauty. I specifically take care of the Midwest area, and I do all the Sephoras that carry Giorgio Armani Beauty. It basically, like what I do on a day-to-day basis is I do their education and their events, and I help the people at Sephora. That's how I met both of them. Just get familiar with the products, any latest or newest launches that they have. And today we're going to talk about the Luminous Silk Collection. It's finally a collection. This is our 20-year anniversary with the foundation. So it's been 20 years since it first came out. And so they're going really big and doing a primer, a concealer, and a shade extension in the collection. So I'm really excited to talk about it.
Awesome. So if you guys want to see how we all got these beautiful looks, then please keep on watching.
We're going to start off by using the Armani Luminous Silk Primer. So if you want to tell us a little bit about Armani products.
Yeah, so the Luminous Silk Primer just came out this year. It's going to be filled with skincare benefits. So if you're looking for a super like nice, luminous, dewy look, you can wear this by itself. It's made out of 70% water. So when you first initially put it on, it has like this really nice, cool, yeah, it has like a cooling effect. It has glycerin in it as well, so that way it retains the moisture in your skin. It has vitamin E, so it makes your skin super luminous. It gives you a smoothing effect, so if you have problems with pores, you can put it there. I'm a little bit more oily in the T-zone, so I don't put a lot there, but I do like to add it more like around my face. Okay. But if you feel your face now, it's like really soft, has like a nice like iridescent glow to it, and if you're on the drier side, this will be like your best bet to prep your skin with.
Yeah, it feels really good actually.
Yeah.
But lightweight.
And it also has like a peach tint to it too, so it does help kind of like, not a lot, but it'll have a little color correcting in there as well. But then we're going to move on with the Luminous Silk Foundation.
Yes, everyone should already know about this. One of your top selling. I feel like that's how Armani even became super popular.
Yeah,
I mean, this foundation.
It definitely took off when like Kim Kardashian talked about it. I mean, Meghan Markle uses this one only. A lot of celebrity makeup artists use this one for photography purposes because it just has like such a nice like finish on camera. Bridals like come in for this one all the time.
It photographs really nice.
And it looks like skin.
I'm mixing 2 shades right now because I'm a little tan. I'm mixing 6.25 and number 8. Which one are you wearing?
So I'm using number 4 for reference. And Amy, what color are you?
I'm using 3.5.
And just to kind of touch base about like how the color range works, because you might think like, well, Claudia, you're a lot lighter than Amy. How am I a 4 and you're a 3.5? Would you say like that's because of the undertone?
Yeah, definitely. The whole numbers usually end up being a little bit lighter, I've noticed. So when you're trying to get color matched, take a look first at the whole number, and then if you need to switch the undertone, kind of go in between that number. But we just extended to 40, so there are new shades now. So if you don't think you had a shade before, you definitely should have it now. I think they added 2 lighter ones. There's about 3 deeper ones and about, I think, 5 or 6 middle ones. So the new colors are actually really, really nice. I think if I got one of the newer ones, 7.8 would actually...
You wouldn't have to mix,
yeah,
right?
7.8 would actually be my perfect match.
Oh, wow. Yeah, this looks good. Just like
I like how it's really lightweight on the skin, so even though it's giving me the coverage that I want.
Yeah, if you have like, if you're used to like a tinted moisturizer but want a little extra coverage, this is like the next step. Yeah, this is the next step up because it still feels very light on the skin, but it doesn't give you that like heavier look or feel. Especially right now because we're all wearing masks. Like, we don't want to be wearing extra.
Very easy to blend. I'm using a brush. You're doing...
I did both. I did a brush all over, and then you know how I do beauty blender just in my nose area.
Same. No, I like always applying with a brush because I feel like it gives you the maximum amount of coverage that foundation can give you. But I do like going in with a beauty blender just to pick up extra product.
Mm-hmm.
Perfect. I'm like, here. I'm done, guys. Concealer.
Oh. Yeah, this is really, really nice.
Have you tried it before? Or
The
is this your first time?
foundation I have tried, the primer is the first time.
Yeah.
Same.
And I'm excited about trying the
concealer?
new
The
Luminous
Luminous
Silk concealer.
It only took them 20 years, but
Only
for
I
a
think
good
everyone's
reason.
been wanting.
A little bit about the concealer. It does have vitamin E in it, so it'll help hydrate. It has glycerin as well, and then it has caffeine. So you're getting like lifting, brightening, awakening, coverage, and then hydration. So again, really great for dry skin people, especially if you have like drier patches underneath the eye, because it'll definitely give you like a nice glowy, hydrated effect.
And I remember you were telling me the other day that this one has 12 milliliters, and normally a concealer has like half of that amount.
Yeah.
So even though it is like a luxury brand and it's a little pricier, you're getting your money's worth for sure. You're getting double the amount than like a $30 concealer on the market.
If you look at your concealer, I guarantee you it's either between 4 to 8 milliliters. This one is $38 for 12 milliliters. And I believe the Power Fabric, even the Power Fabric one that we have, that one's 6 milliliters, and that one is $34.
Oh, wow.
So just to put it in perspective, Armani's really trying to make it a little bit more affordable for us. So
thank you.
you'll notice that. You'll notice even the new foundation that's going to come out soon. It's like marked very competitively. So stay tuned for that one. But
personally,
what would you say
love
the coverage for this is?
this one's it's going to be the same in the because since it's a Luminous Silk collection, the Luminous Silk foundation has medium to buildable, so the concealer will be about the same.
Okay.
So I wouldn't expect this to cover deep dark circles. However, for like just everyday use, just to waken up the eye, or if you have a breakout, it'll cover enough for you.
And then it also has the skincare benefits in it, so in the long run, you won't need a lot of concealer.
Right
underneath your eyes.
But even for dark circles, they do have the color corrector, so you do the color corrector first, and then like this.
Yeah,
on
in
top.
case you need extra help. But I mean, sometimes I do need it.
And the wand on this, I mean, me personally,
wand
I'm
is so
very
nice.
picky about wands. I like how big this one is. I don't know if you guys can see.
Yeah, it's huge. It's like a fat, it almost gives me like a Tarte Shape Tape wand. You know how that one's like fat?
Yeah.
This one is also, so you really just need to like swipe it once.
I think it helps the application. Yeah, I didn't have to double dip or anything, and I already covered like everything I needed to. So I'm using number 2 for brightness, but I know normally you can match your foundation shade. So if you're a 4, which I'm a 4, I could have done like a 4 in this if I wanted to, but I just wanted a little brightness, so I'm doing number 2.
Yeah, I did the same thing. I also went the shade lighter. I'm using the number 3.
Yeah, I normally wear a 6.5 in the foundation, and the Luminous Silk is benchmarked to your Luminous Silk shade. So, for example, I'm a 6.5 in the foundation, and I used a 6.5 today. I did mix it a little because I'm a little bit darker, but I still wanted the 6.5 just to keep it, like you guys said, a little brighter underneath the eye. But I do like to put a little bit right underneath my eyebrow to clean it up. You can even put a little bit more, kind of like where you would highlight.
Yeah.
That way, because it does have, I don't think officially they said it, but I think fluid sheer is mixed into like the primer. So when you put it underneath the foundation, I feel like you get more highlight there too. But yeah, the wand is nice because it does also have like a tipped point, so that if you need to go underneath the eyebrow like this, it's not going to mess up what you just did before when you were filling it.
This is going to be really, really good for people in the winter, especially because their skin tends to dry up a lot.
Yeah. I love the primer when you have like the dry patches, especially like I usually get it around the nose here, so I'll add a little extra primer before my foundation or even afterwards. I've noticed I can just touch up with the primer if I feel like I'm getting any dry spots.
This looks good. But I mean, even now, like, we have really hot, humid weather. Even though it's hydrating and glowy, it doesn't feel like it's going to slip or go anywhere. So
And then you can always set it with a little bit of powder to make it a little bit more satin finish as well.
Yeah, I'm like oily, so I have to put powder. I can't not put powder. I feel like nervous when I go out and like don't wear any powder. But I do use, there's a Luminous Silk finishing powder that we can show you. This is just like the, what is it, like just the pan. But they have, I think it's about 8 shades and different undertones. The brightest one is technically like a setting translucent powder, so I will put this on my T-zone because I don't like getting really shiny here. To see on me, somebody who's even dark, like it's not gonna ash me out or anything.
But it's not, yeah, there's no flashback or anything.
And if you want to use maybe something a little bit closer to your skin color, they do have a lot more shades. So I think these are always mismarketed as like maybe a light coverage foundation, which I definitely can see that. But I love using this as finishing powders, especially if you're oily and you're worried that you're wearing a luminous foundation. This is going to help mattify you, but not take away the luminosity from it, which is hard to do with powders.
I'm like, okay, I'm ready. Okay, me next.
You can wait.
Okay. I'll let this sit naturally.
Yeah, how do you guys like the finish?
I like it.
That looks
bomb. I'm taking it.
Pours who?
Honestly, that was a bomb.
Yeah, I love that powder. I feel like it's so underrated. It's so underrated. Every time I go and train in stores, I always have them feel it. Well, not now.
I love it.
But before COVID, I always have them feel it, and I'm just like, use it as a finishing powder. Like, use it as a finishing powder. It's literally so silky, so finely milled. I mean, you feel it, and it's just soft. So, I mean, that's what it's going to do for your face, too. It's going to make it look soft and airbrushed.
Yeah. It doesn't even feel, like, heavy. You know how some powders feel, like, chalky on the skin?
Look at you.
Look at me looking all
Look at you. Yeah, your face looks good.
And you know what I've noticed with powders? I mean, for me specifically, I can go to like the lightest shade, but as soon as you put something dry on top of something that's a liquid or wet, it gets dark.
Yeah, I've seen it. Like it oxidizes or something.
All the time.
Yeah.
So this is, I mean, it's not happening. It's not like changing the color of my foundation or anything, which is great. And I mean, we're all 3 different shades, and we were all able to use
number 2, which is the lightest. And keep in mind, again, there's like, this is like a translucent. They have a light pink one. They have like a medium yellow, a medium beige, a medium neutral. Like, there's so many different undertones that I feel like a lot of people look at it and they think that there's not enough colors.
Yeah.
But actually, like, they're so like light and they can really blend into a lot of skin tones.
Oh, that's impressive. That's great. I keep putting more on.
I know. You're like, they do have a.
I can tell you love it.
Right.
Yeah.
They do have a loose powder. This one has a little bit more like sparkle to it. So if you like more of that glow, I would do this powder instead. And I'll actually use it sometimes a little bit underneath my eye just to help like brighten it.
Nice.
Wow. Pores where?
Where's who?
She also did bring a bronzer. This one seems to have a little bit of glow to it as well, right?
Yeah, so Armani's very like photography friendly. You'll actually notice if you wear the concealer by itself, it'll even have a little bit of that like microfill pearl, it's technically called. And what it's going to do is when flash hits your face, it basically blurs you right out without giving you that flashback. So if you're looking for something like very photograph friendly, Armani is
pretty.
Armani is like the way to go for photograph.
And I like it because it doesn't look glittery. It just looks like a natural glow.
And that's sometimes what sets some people away is like they see it and they're like,
The
oh,
shimmer.
that's like
It's
glittery.
glittery, huh?
Yeah, that's glittery. But I'm like, no, you got to put it on your face. Like it gives you literally like Armani has this thing where like it's like the Armani glow. So they're very well known for it. And it's basically like you prepare, you perfect, and then you glow. So you give them this.
Oh, we're glowing.
Yeah, we have like the fluid sheer too. So I forgot to mention this, so you guys can mix this in.
Mm-hmm.
And what this basically is like a liquid highlighter.
Oh, pretty. Oh, I love that.
Yeah, and they have a lot of shades in this as well. So there's like a bronzy one. I'm sure like you guys have heard about the number 10. That's like the J-Lo glow one.
Yeah.
And then there's like the number 11 that has like more of a blush pink. And then there's this one and another number 7, which has like, it's a little bit pinkier than this one, but they're very versatile. You can use them kind of to mix in, to highlight by itself. I had one lady, she like bought number 11. She's like, I just like to put this all over my face. I'm like, go for it.
Girl.
Yeah, I'm like, I'm here for it. I'm like, go for it. And she's like, yeah. She's like, I don't even wear foundation.
But it's nice because you can use one product for multiple things.
Yeah,
Yes,
I love that too.
know?
But
Yeah, I actually, again, prior to COVID, when I used to do a lot more makeup, I actually used this on someone's body.
ooh.
Yeah, for the summertime.
But yeah, like I just put fluid sheer on this side,
Oh,
and then
Nice.
without it, yeah, and it just gives you like
such a difference, huh?
I just love them. This is what you get when you
Yeah,
pay for
even on the
designer.
body. So how much does the
No, it's really pretty.
powder retail for?
The powder retails for the pressed powder.
Both of them. Like
The powder,
the bronzer and the pressed.
the pressed one will be $64. So it's the same price as the liquid foundation. And then the concealer is $38 and the primer is $42.
Primer's 42, you guys. So I grabbed a little bit of this fluid sheer and put it as a highlight, and it looks really pretty. It's like a subtle glow.
Yeah.
I have something in my eye and I'm gonna look crazy for a minute on camera if I keep.
You gonna take it off your lash?
I don't know, I can't see it though.
And it's crazy.
Chicken skull. It's like, I don't care about her.
I don't care.
I'm gonna keep it going.
Our battery's about to die. I like how I had already set my complexion, and I even used the bronzing powder, and I still put the fluid sheer on top, and it didn't crumble. You know how sometimes when you use liquids on top of powders?
Oh, you did it on top?
Yeah.
So that has to do a lot with their technology. I remember I told you guys about it, like when you guys got trained the microfill.
Yes.
Yeah. So they have a patented technology, and it's in every single thing in Armani. So mascaras, lipsticks, foundation, everything, and it's microfill. And what it basically comes down to is that our pigments in our foundations or in our makeup, it's basically thinned and flattened down to the thinnest possible. That way it can layer and layer and layer, and it doesn't look cakey. But also, if you do put liquid on top of a powder or vice versa, it's not going to affect how it finishes or what it does to what's on your face.
Nice.
So it's very user friendly. If somebody is just getting into makeup, this is very finger friendly. So if they're just trying to do something quick, but it's also very upscale where you can use it for like bridals, you can use it for runways. I mean, he only uses his products in his runways, which I think says a lot about his makeup. Because I mean, if you're not going to use it for your own runway, why would you sell it?
Yeah.
But yeah, this powder. Dude, this powder I could literally
Even like their liquid lip stains, I'm using the number 202 on the lips. It's more of a matte finish, but it's like a soft matte.
Yeah.
So it feels really lightweight on the lips. Doesn't feel dry or, you know.
Yeah.
They were in
heavy.
202.
Yeah.
And it doesn't wash you out. I feel like a lot of nudes. Like you have to be
They
careful.
can.
I wear a red one just to be fucking.
Yeah, I like how you look in red.
I mean,
you
yeah.
look classy.
Oh yeah, you look
But I don't
like
know
a
if
classic.
You pull out the
I think
red.
I brought
You
a
did bring red.
orange
You
one though.
brought red and orange.
Oh, I did bring a red. I'm gonna take this shit off. I'm gonna take this shit off as soon as
That's
we're
how
done.
excited she was. She's happy to be with us.
What am I?
So I'm.
Yeah, how do you guys feel about the collection? Aren't you guys so happy there's an actual collection now?
I love
I
it.
know.
Yeah.
I'm
Your
obsessed.
skin looks bomb.
Thank
You're,
you.
you're good, both of you. What about mine?
What
about mine? But I'm just gonna finish off with Lip Maestro.
Yeah,
so
we'll
you were
finish
talking
off.
about how it's like satin matte. If you blot it with a tissue, it'll give you more of a matte effect. Or if you just want to keep that sheen to it, don't blot it. But these are really long wear. They're super velvety. I mean, if you put on more over it, it's not
like
going to mess it up.
Sad.
Now we both stare at her while she puts it on.
Yeah, let's see if she does it.
I can't with you.
No, I love this. And I'm excited just because I hadn't tried the primer nor obviously these are new, the concealer.
I'm obsessed with the concealer
These are good.
and the pressed
And
powder.
it looks really natural, huh?
I feel like we all look blurred and like that soft focus filter
Like
look.
poreless.
I'm obsessed.
Let me see. It looks nice.
I don't know. Why she's laughing.
Why the fuck you laughing?
She went like this to look at me and then okay.
Is there
In
any
conclusion?
Is there any new products before we finish this off that are launching?
Yes, there's a lot. So the Neo Nude Foundation is basically like a tinted moisturizer, really hydrating. That one's actually online already, but in store it's coming out in October 2nd, which I think will do really, really well.
It's almost like similar packaging to this, right?
Mhm. Yeah, it's like a light
That's
pink.
squeezy.
It's a light pink tube, squeezes out. I mean, you could, that one really, like, literally you can put it on with your fingers, and that one will help, like, refresh and hydrate and correct without it being too heavy. And that one's going to be available in 20 shades.
Oh, that's a lot.
Yeah, 20 shades for tinted moisturizer.
For tints, yeah.
But this concealer is available in 20 shades. The foundation now is available in 40 shades, and then the primer, I mean, you only get one shade, but it's fine. What are your final thoughts? What are you thinking? Like, how do you feel about this? How do you feel about the concealer?
Honestly, I like it.
Okay.
I've never done a full face with just Armani products, and I like the way it looks, like really natural, really subtle. So for people who don't want to look like they have a lot of makeup on, this is really good for them, as well as if you want to look more glammed up, just do your little touches and you'll be good.
Yeah, I think I mean, this is great for like every day if you want to do something slight, maybe just the concealer, the primer, and then a little powder. When you want to kick it up in like maybe evening wear, I would definitely do Luminous Silk. I like to think Luminous Silk is like your little black dress. Mm-hmm. Like it just never fails when you put it on. It always does just enough. You can dress it up, you can dress it down. Like it's kind of like, you know, you wear your black dress with sneakers for the day, and then you wear your black dress with your pumps for the night. That's how I think about Luminous Silk all the time. So that's why I love it, and I think that's why it's done so well and it's still here. Like, I mean, 20 years for a foundation to still be here.
That's a lot.
Like, that says a lot about the formula and how it works
and also,
who has it.
And also, sorry to cut you off. And also, you guys, it's meant for everyone. So I know a lot of clients that we have gotten think it's more for mature clients, but it's honestly for any age.
It could be from, like, your beginner wear, because if you think about it, like, moms actually come in a lot for this foundation for their daughters, because they're like, I wear it and I love how it puts me together and it doesn't look like I have foundation on, and that's exactly what I want for my daughter. Like, I don't want her to look like caked up and like she's 20 and she's only 16.
Yeah,
so that's why I like it this one. But also, like, then you have your older clients who still use it, because this is the one that doesn't go into their fine lines or pores or like mess up or make him look even older, because sometimes when it gets a little cakey, it can make you look a little older. So yeah, it's for everybody, all skin types. I mean, you saw for me, I'm oily, so I do the powder on top. But if you're a drier client, you might just want to add the primer and then just the foundation and concealer. What about you, Claudia? What do you think?
That was it. Here we go.
Same as you. Same as you. So the foundation's been around for a while. I feel like a lot of people already know about it. So not to tag along to what you guys said, I'm just going to stick with the concealer. I feel like I'm obsessed because a lot of concealers on the market crease, or like a lot of my clients have that as a complaint. And I can already tell, even though I haven't had it for long, it's such a lightweight formula that it's not going to like slip and slide into any little cracks. And you can even wear this on its own depending on the shade, just for touch-ups throughout the day if you don't feel like wearing like a full foundation. This is really great and creamy for like that spot coverage, but that no makeup look.
Yeah, that's kind of what I've been doing right now, because I'm not really wearing too much foundation, especially when I have to wear a mask all day at work.
Yes.
I will literally just wear concealer.
Especially with a mask. That's all I've been doing, is wearing concealer.
That's been a thing. I feel like actually when people come in and looking for stuff, they're like, I need a concealer and like brows or mascara.
Yeah, because that's the only thing you can actually see.
Yeah, so this concealer is great for that. I love it. Is there any product that like surprised you? Like one that you haven't used that you're like, ooh.
The powder.
Yeah.
This is
I'm telling
bomb.
you.
And the fact that we all use this
same
light shade, I think that's what surprises me the most. And as soon as you were the first one that put it on, I could instantly see a difference. And I mean, you have great skin already, but you went from like just regular fresh face skin, and like this was like a filter on top. That's the best way I could describe it.
Yeah, when I first started with the brand, that was like my one, like, oh my god, like this powder is bomb. Like I was like, and then I started realizing that like not a lot of people know about it. So that's definitely,
I wouldn't have never thought to use that as a setting
Don't
powder.
sleep on the powder. Pressed powder. Perfect. Well, thank you guys so much for watching. If you like seeing videos like this, or you want to see more makeup reviews, then please subscribe and stay tuned for more.
And we also want to thank our special guest, Tawnya.
Well, thank you for having me.
Thank you for being here with us.
And we look forward to reviewing more of the new upcoming products that Armani will be launching.
Stay tuned.